Hey guys, it's Christina. Welcome back to my channel, and welcome to this what I eat in a week for dinner video. So it's gonna be a super short video about some dinners that I had Monday through Friday last week, 2 weeks ago. I can't remember. Time is becoming, I don't know. This month has just moved by too fast. I don't remember what week this was. But anyway, it's going to be Monday through Friday's dinners. It's a good mix of things I made, leftovers, eating out. So I hope it provides tons of inspiration for what you can do to eat plant-based this week, as well as get in the kitchen and make yourself a nice meal. And then since the video was a little short, I thought I would add in a little bit extra content and show you my first attempt at veganizing what was one of my favorite recipes before I started eating plant-based at home, and that is 2-ingredient bagels, which use Greek yogurt and flour. Those are the 2 ingredients: Greek yogurt and flour. I feel like I should have said Greek yogurt bagels. Anyway, so I've never attempted to make these using vegan yogurt because I don't know, I felt like what was like really nice about the 2-ingredient bagels with the Greek yogurt was it was like full fat Greek yogurt, so it had tons of like protein and all that in it. And you know, vegan yogurt's not always like the most nutritionally like beneficial. It's not, to me, it doesn't really have that much to it. It's more like if you just like yogurt. But I thought it would still be fun anyway, and it gave me a chance to try out a new yogurt. So if you were interested in that, I'll have kind of like chapters set up. So if you want to skip to the bagels, or you want to watch the bagels first, or whatever, you could do whatever you want. But yeah, I've been blabbing, so to the food. So I decided I would show you what I'm eating for dinner tonight, even though maybe not in the most detailed manner. So I'm making like a quinoa salad type thing. So it's going to be cold, but it's going to be super satisfying and delicious. So inside of it, other than the quinoa, which I'll show soon, there's going to be these small little broccoli florets. These are raw, some red onion, some almonds. If you hear sizzling in the background, it's some bread I'm toasting up. And then some dressing that's red wine vinegar, lemon juice, olive oil, and Dijon, and salt and pepper. And then here's the bread that I am toasting up to eat on the side. Still got a little bit more. The chickpeas, so it's going to be a little bit warm tonight because the chickpeas are getting warm now. And the quinoa. I put some za'atar in this while it cooked. I was going to do veggie broth, but I was too lazy. But yeah, I'm going to assemble it shortly. So to do 2 servings of this quinoa salad, I just did 1/2 cup of quinoa that I seasoned with za'atar seasoning, but you could do broth or whatever seasoning you'd like. Then I did a full can of chickpeas that I had just roasted in my cast iron skillet, but raw chickpeas are fine, or not raw, but you know, just out of the can's fine too. And then I did about 2.5 cups of broccoli florets cut into small pieces. And then I did kind of my red onion and almonds to preference. I don't like it to be too oniony, and too much almonds make it a little bit too crunchy, but I'd say that was a 1/4 cup of almonds, maybe a 1/4 to a 1/3 cup. And then for the salad dressing, I like to do equal parts oil and vinegar. This salad dressing was red wine vinegar, and then adjust salt, pepper, Dijon, and lemon juice to preference. This came out so good. I started eating it just to do a taste test, and I could not stop. That's good. So my dinner tonight is just leftovers. This is a leftover veggie bucatini. It's bucatini with like a tomato basil sauce, some nutritional yeast, zucchini, and mushrooms. It is so good. Oh my god, it hit the spot the other night. I'm so excited to eat it again. I'm having it with beer, which is so weird. I think beer and pasta is kind of like sacrilege, but I'm having like a bad day, and I just need a drink, to be honest, and I don't feel like opening a bottle of wine. But yeah, this is so good. If you want to see how I made it, check out my last video. So for Wednesday night's dinner, I went out to eat, and I got this vegan-friendly falafel burger, and it was pretty good. It had some hummus on it, some tahini. The patty was a little mushy, but pretty good. And then for Thursday's dinner, I made a very, very simple tofu curry. I started off with sauteing some red onions till they were translucent. Then I just added some lightly pressed extra firm tofu cubes. I added a whole block of tofu, so this made about 4 servings. And after my tofu and onions had browned a little bit more, I then added about 4 ounces, I'd say, of mushrooms. I only know that because I used half of an 8-ounce package. I'm not usually that precise. And then to my tofu mushroom mixture, I then added some turmeric as well as some Himalayan curry powder that I had gotten at a Renaissance fair. But yeah, this curry powder had so much stuff in it, but you could use whatever curry powder you have on hand. And then I added a whole can of coconut milk as well as a little bit of water and just let that simmer away. And then once it was up to a boil, I added in, I'd say maybe another 2 cups of broccoli, maybe a cup and a half, and I let that simmer away again. And once the broccoli was soft, my curry had thickened up, I then added in a handful of spinach as well, because we love vegetables on this channel, especially spinach. And I served this with some white rice. Sorry that this is such a bad angle and you can't see myself actually serving the curry, but you could see how good the curry looks at least. It was pretty tasty. I would have actually added more curry powder if it hadn't been my first time using this curry powder. I was a little bit scared of how spicy it was gonna be, but anyway, also hit the spot, and a very, very simple, satisfying, wholesome Thursday night dinner.
Gotta get the clips.
I wonder what kind of meat this is.
What?
Alright, so that's what I ate this week. The clip with the vegan cheesesteak was kind of short, and I wanted to just say that vegan cheesesteak was fantastic. I don't know what kind of like meat alternative they put in it. Like, I should have asked. Like, they didn't say the brand on the menu. It just said vegan cheesesteak. I wonder if like they make it themselves. I think it was seitan. No idea. It was so good. I don't know if I'm getting to the point of like I haven't had like lamb meat in like over 2 years, so I don't know if I'm getting to the point where I really just don't remember what it tastes like, because I've been having a few alternatives lately where I had to have someone like eat it and check that it wasn't meat, because like I'm getting confused at this point. But yeah, it was really good. I was on the fence. Sometimes I feel like restaurants, the way they offer vegan items on their menus, they kind of just like pick flashy things like vegan cheesesteak, Impossible Burger, which is great. Love it. I really do. I love all that stuff. But like sometimes like I just like this place had like flatbreads and stuff. Like it would have been just nice to have like a pizza that was easy to veganize, because like I mean you could veganize any pizza really, but then like for like the price, like it just didn't make sense. Like something like that, or just like a really nice salad. Like all their salads had dairy in it and also made it so like it would have been really hard to like substitute stuff in and out. I know if you've been vegan for a while, like that's something that like just comes really natural to you, but I'm still getting used to it. So I do really like when they do just have like a vegan option on a menu, because like, yeah, I'm not too good at the substitutions yet. If you have tips for that though, please let me know. But anyway, without further ado, we're gonna now move on to the 2 ingredient bagels. It was a fun experience. I will talk more about it now. So for our super easy bagels, we are using a cup of flour, 2 teaspoons of baking powder, and a little bit of salt. And if you have self-rising flour, even better, because then you don't need the baking powder or the salt. Or you could do the salt if you just like it a little salty. And then you're going to add a cup of vegan yogurt. I use Silk's almond yogurt, plain, not flavored at all, not sweetened at all. And this is my first time actually trying Silk's almond yogurt, and it was really, really good. I think it's actually the closest to yogurt that I've ever tasted for a vegan yogurt. I was actually super impressed. I feel like almond yogurt usually doesn't capture the tang that dairy yogurt would have. But this one really did. It is a little bit runny, which isn't the best for this recipe, but it worked pretty fine. So once you have a combined mixture and you want it to get it as not sticky as possible, but if it's a little bit sticky while it's still in the bowl, that's okay, because then you're going to add it to a floured surface anyway. But you definitely want to make sure once it's on the flat surface and you're rolling it out and kneading it, that it's not sticking to the board at all by the end of your kneading time. And so a cup can make either 2 big bagels, like what I'm going to do in this video, or 4 small bagels. This was a weekend. I wanted myself a big bagel. So once I had my ball of dough, I just cut it in half, and then I rolled out each little section. And you could do a couple techniques to make the bagel, but I just pinched the ends together, roll it into a little bit of like a tube structure, and then make it into a nice circle. And this is what it looked like. I think it could have used a little bit more flour, but I was getting impatient and I knew it wouldn't like really matter. So after I had it all shaped up, I added some oat milk to the top, and this will get it to be like a nice brown color, as well as make whatever toppings you add stick. So today I added some everything but the bagel seasoning, onion flakes, garlic, salt, vegan cheese, raisins, anything goes here, you do you. I added it into my oven for about 25 minutes, and this is what it looked like after. It came out a little bit different than when I've done this with dairy Greek yogurt. So when I did this with dairy Greek yogurt, it really did have like a bagel taste. I would say when I used the silk almond yogurt, it almost had more like a biscuit taste. Like it actually really reminded me of the Red Lobster cheddar biscuits. So that's actually something to think about. This recipe, while it made an okay bagel, I think it might make an even better biscuit. So I might do that in the future. If you are interested in seeing that, let me know. And there was my bagels. There's what I ate this week for dinner. I really hope you enjoyed this video, and if you liked videos like this. And I would love to hear what your favorite meal that I ate for dinner this week was, or what you thought about the bagels. And of course, if you liked this video, please give it the thumbs up and ring the bell, subscribe, all that good stuff. I'm a new channel. It really oh no, I have one of those throat bubbles. It like really helps me a lot, actually. I feel like the likes actually, like, I mean, this, I'm just being candid now. I feel chatty today, if you can't tell by how long my intro was. Like, it makes a giant difference, actually, like, the likes. I always thought that was kind of like BS. It's not. So, yeah. Any way you could show your support if you liked this video would be great. Alright, until next time, my friends. Bye.